And welcome back to Face the Nation. With the 2016 campaign now off and running, with Hillary Clinton getting in the race officially today. Marco Rubio will announce later this week. We're going to start with the chairman of the Republican Party now, Reince Priebus. Thank you very much for coming.
Congratulations, Bob.
Well, thank you so much. You know, we showed a little clip of the latest Republican ad, and you went right after Hillary Clinton, even before she announced. Is there a concern that you might, you know, that it might backfire here and make her, you know, people sympathetic to her with all this starting so soon?
No, I don't think so. I mean, she's trying to portray this air of inevitability. And I think if you look at the facts of the case, which is where I really would like to stay as chairman of the party, you know, if you look at the facts of the scandal that surrounds her, you look at the facts of the recent polling where a majority of people in battleground states say that she's untrustworthy. When you look at the fact that she has 100% name ID.
Is there a majority or
majority of the people polled in Colorado, Virginia, Iowa, Florida said that she's untrustworthy. When you take the fact that she has 100% name ID. This is an important fact for people to understand. She has pure saturation, but yet she's losing to a number of our candidates in those battleground states that have a third of her name ID. So if you were me and you were chairman of the national party and you had someone on the ticket that would unite your party, would help you raise a lot of money and help you recruit a ton of volunteers, you'd want nothing more than Hillary Clinton to be on the other side.
Let's talk about some of the things. You heard, and we were talking this morning about this, the Clinton Foundation and so forth, and
Sure.
taking contributions from foreign countries like Saudi Arabia. Is that a legitimate criticism of her?
Well, of course it is. And now she's going to be under even more scrutiny about where she got the money from, how did she, if she used her position as Secretary of State, some of which is why these emails are so important and why 60% of Americans are saying that what she did in regard to her emails is inappropriate. These are the things we want to know. And in fact, I have a hard drive for you, Bob. It's at stophillary.org, and it's the Clinton email files, a little bit of fun. But we have to do a lot of things to point out the fact that the facts of the case are such that Hillary Clinton is, quite frankly, someone that the American people can't trust. And so we're going to stick to the facts, and the facts are people have a lot of questions about who she was on planes with, who she was talking to, and how perhaps she used her position as Secretary of State to get money into the Clinton Global
You know, I was
Initiative.
sitting here as I was listening to your answer about the contributions from Saudi Arabia. They do go to a foundation. She can't use that money personally, but it also occurs to me a lot of your candidates and the Democrats as well are going to be taking campaign contributions that we're never going to know where they come from.
Right,
because now you can give these unbelievable amounts of money without any accounting of where the money comes from.
But the difference is, no matter all those other entities, super PACs, parties, individual candidates, they can't take money from kings of Saudi Arabia and Morocco and Oman and Yemen, and that's what Hillary Clinton did. And so she's going to have to account for this money. And she can't have it both ways. She can't pay women less in her Senate office and claim that she's for equal pay. She can't say...
Well, we don't know that she did that.
Well, the facts don't bear that out. The facts show that she didn't pay women an equal amount of money in her Senate office. But she also can't talk about these things as if she was a champion and then take money from Saudi Arabia that has a record of abuse of women across the world. The point is, if we stick to the facts, and that's where we want to be, then we're going to be able to make the case to the American people that she has a product that isn't worth buying. And then at the same time, we have to make the case for our own party as well. So it's not just about Hillary. It has to be about both things.
You know, I was looking at the electoral map. You're talking about it. The states that have the most that have been the most solidly Democratic since 1992. The Democrats start off with a huge advantage, about 242 electoral votes. They only need 270 to win. You start off probably in those states with 102 votes, or overall 102 votes. It looks to me like you're starting. You've got a high hill to climb here.
Well, there's no doubt that we have to be about perfect, and the other side can be about good. And so the fact is, we do have a higher burden. But if you just look at the 2012 map or the 2008 map, I think you're right. But if you look at some of the things that we've done at the RNC, some of the things Rand Paul was just talking about, and expanding the map in the black community and the Hispanic community. Cory Gardner all about won the Hispanic vote in Colorado. John Kasich got 28% of the black vote in Ohio. If Mitt Romney would have simply gotten 10 or 12% of the black vote, 37% of the Hispanic vote, he'd be president right now. So we're working on expanding the map, but it means not just showing up once every 4 years, 5 months before the election. It means talking for 2 and 3 years in these communities about things that we have in common before you go in and sell the final product. That's what we're working hard at the RNC. It's not the most exciting topic as far as mechanics, but this is how you win presidential elections, and this is what I'm focused on as chairman of the party.
Let me just go back to these contributions from these foreign countries. What should she do right now? Should she draw the line, say no more contributions? Should she give the money back? What could she do to make that right in your mind?
Well, there's a couple things she should do. Number one, she should abide by the requests of the committee in Congress led by Trey Gowdy to respond to the email request and hand over the server. That's number one. Number two, she should account for all of the money that she received at the Clinton Global Initiative. And then once she gives forth an accurate accounting, then people like you and others that you're going to have on your show can look through it and figure out whether or not these are things that we need to look into further. We just want her to reveal the facts, that's all.
All right, Rights Priebus, great to have you this morning, and thank you for joining us.
God bless.
We'll be right back with our panel to get their thoughts on all of this.